You got 40 minutes till Sandy's due?
Let's have lunch.
And I was worried about times being tight. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah, at the rate we started with Jeffrey, I thought for sure.
Yeah.
There was no way we were gonna
that's been
get lunch.
And I brought up the cattle
Yeah.
dog, so.
Yeah, but here, that's a major budget. Oh, it's so blind, but.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. So we wait for Sandy.
You guys want to look over BOS stuff while
Yeah, we
you're
go over the
waiting?
selectmen's budget too. So we get that out of the way before the end of the day, because we don't really have a spot for selectmen to go over their stuff.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Just the discussions, we go over everything all at once.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. You guys plan next year.
So I did go yesterday and sat down and did a whole budget for us. And after like 2 hours, I wanted to throw my phone across the room. I believe that. Stab myself. So you already, you guys all have a copy of the selectmen.
It's in the packet, right?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm looking at the wrong packet.
You
yeah, it's at the end. It's at the end of your scheduled packet. The last page.
Bingo.
So I can go right down through the where I thought would be a good request for us, and then we can go over what everyone thinks. Gives you a second to-
Shit.
you know,
No, I just remembered there was something in the cemetery budget that should have been taken out and put in the selectmen's. They had a New Hampshire Cemetery Trustee Association dues in theirs,
Right.
which had been in the past in the, added into the selectmen's dues. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
sorry, I
So you
really
went down.
spaced that at the time.
Yeah, remind me of it.
Okay. So ads and reg dues, I have 1,700 for a request, so we can take out ads for employment. Okay. I left the contingency at 3,000. Dispatch fees, I went to 40,000. Right now we're over budget.
Before you go on that, did you ever inquire about why we received, how that we were being billed on that?
I haven't talked to anybody about it yet.
Okay. We had dispatch fees that took up to 40. Miscellaneous tech support. This is where we put in bridges for Mitchell, Bonnie, us.
Wait. Where are you?
Miscellaneous
Miscellaneous
tax.
tech support.
We got
Under
this-
miscellaneous?
Yeah, it just used to say miscellaneous.
Right, and then we're changing it to tech support. That's what the
It's gonna get
italicized
Yeah,
says.
take the miscellaneous out and just put tech support.
It was miscellaneous. We're getting rid of miscellaneous and putting in
Gotcha.
tech support.
Yeah.
And changing that to how much, I'm sorry?
14,000. But were we putting that computer on our tech support?
Hold on.
14,000.
Yeah.
So we're taking Mitchell's,
Bonnie's,
Bonnie's,
ours, and
and ours.
combining to one instead of three.
So we're taking our license, okay. So we're taking licensed software and the portion of licensed software portion of supplies and licensed software that was licensed software is coming out of that. That's gonna be just supplies.
Gotcha.
That portion's going up into into
Now
the
that's
tech
making more
support.
sense, okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
But we gotta add another
15, 1480 something.
$1,500, it was
$1,500
$1,400 or something.
to that, to add that new computer.
So that's 15.5 then?
Yeah, 15.5.
15,500. 15,500.
Yeah.
And then, okay, let me just give me 2 seconds to catch up to get that change my
And that's
format.
under miscellaneous,
So miscellaneous doesn't exist anymore?
but it's called
Tech
tech
support.
support and it's 15,005.
Yes,
Okay,
and that includes
yeah, I got it.
licensed software from a few lines down.
Postage box rental, I kept it 1,000. Retirement town paid, I raised that to 6,200. Subscriptions, I left at 900. And this is the supplies line, which we took the licensed software out of, and that goes to 1,700.
The supplies line is going up to 1,700?
Going down
No, 2,
Okay.
yeah.
from 7,000 to 1,700. Training I raised to 500. I know this past year we had to give it for budget committee stuff. And wages I took up to 60,000. Moving down to FICA, that's nothing we can really, a number we could drop, so that went to even 30,000.
Can I pause for a minute?
Yep.
For the, do you want me to give you the totals for those
Yes.
groups? Okay.
Yes.
For the executive total, it's 85,800.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't
Thank you
know.
for thanking me.
The audit, I left at 16,000. That 10.5 is only the first bill, we're gonna get a second one coming up.
Yep.
Miscellaneous got dropped to 0. Postage and, oh, this is a different one. Postage and box rental took to 100.
$100.
Printing, left at 1,500. Property registration fees, I left at 500. Supplies, I left at 1,000. Training, I took up to 500. Wages, 6,000.
That brings the financial admin total to 25,600.
Thank you.
The rest of this, yeah, the rest of the page, only thing I changed was the phone, fax, and internet. I took up to 5,000.
Okay, that was me. Let me get these.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything else is
Yeah,
last
no.
year's numbers.
Yeah, it stayed the same.
Alright, that brings the total to 35,200. Were you not changing, I thought you were changing the wages.
Well, I'm not down to that, not there yet.
Right.
Wait. Can-
Yeah, that, what?
I haven't done security supplies or wages yet.
Well, that's,
We
oh,
haven't turned the page.
oh,
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Yeah, you got one big screen. We got 2
I'm
pages
Sorry,
here.
okay.
Oh, I printed all
Alright.
mine, I'm on page 2. That's where I
Okay.
was lost.
Sorry,
We're
that
at-
doesn't change that.
We're on security now.
Okay.
Thank you.
I put up to 1,700. Supplies, I I took up to 1,000. In wages, I raised to 10,000. That is Jenny and Anton. Just so everyone knows.
No.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. I was thinking we were in finance administration and
No.
general government buildings. Gotcha, thank you.
Okay, that brings it to 41,200 for general government buildings.
Okay. Down to liability insurance. That, I left that the same, 39,138. Dental went to 16,000.
Right. So, okay,
We split out dental and health.
Yep,
yeah.
So health-
oh, so
originally
everything
it was
that's
all-
showing there right now isn't actually what was spent, some of that's still sitting in health?
No, so health insurance, the 116 is dental and health.
Right.
So, because the way that I have to do it, it has to be split out. So
Yep.
health insurance will actually be a little bit lower than that, and dental will be.
Yeah. I'm just looking at what was spent so far this year. I'm assuming
Right.
some of what's showing in health is actually dental as well.
No, so dental, the reason why dental is so low is because there is only 2 of us taking dental. Oh, 3 now. But for the majority of the year, there was only 2 of us taking dental.
Okay,
So, but you have,
So if we hire more people.
right, if we have
gotcha,
full
okay,
time,
okay.
you know, they have the ability to take
Sure.
it.
So that would be 16,000. Health insurance would drop down to 100,000. Life and disability stays at 1,200. Unemployment stays at 5,000. Workers' comp will be 12,800. Which should be a grand total of 174,138. Down to legal expenses, that went up to 40,000. Reappraised property stayed at 19,240. Well, the rest all stayed the same, except for payroll expenses and buyouts went up to 4,000.
One more time, payroll expenses is what now?
4,000.
Thank you.
So, and that's to cover if people decide to take the buyout instead of the insurance. I never found that there was a specific line item that was assigned to.
Oh, well, I always included that in the insurance cost.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, Sue and I just included that in health insurance.
Oh, okay.
What's the grand total?
So the grand total to that, oh, hold on. I gotta change my formula a little bit, because it's only going to.
Yeah, I thought payroll expenses was, I think that's where, is that where QuickBooks used to sit? I forget. There was something odd that was considered payroll expenses. I'm not dawning on me.
That grand total comes to $478,178.
But we also took a lot of stuff, a couple things from other departments and moved them over.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking you may even be missing things right now that were talked about this morning.
I know we added the
computer from Bonnie, there was something else from, I think Mitchell's, wasn't there?
That
He
was,
took his computer expense,
That
but
was-
he totaled that.
Okay.
that is IT.
Yeah. But until Alan gets back to me. we
Jeff
don't
needs
know
a
what that
laptop, that's in
is.
his, right?
That's it,
Yeah.
that's in his.
Bridges moved to Selectmen. Okay,
And there's things we just don't know yet that we'll hopefully be able to calculate
Right.
before the budget committee meeting.
yeah. Got right up until the hearing in January to make any changes that have to be made, so. So you guys created a miscellaneous under executive this year and put in there reimbursement to Lee for the CDFA grant copies and also a background check for Leeway. So are those, so miscellaneous, you said is zero, that's not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
So is there, I just wanna make sure you've thought about if there's a place for those things, should they come up, and I know contingency would cover the copies for sure, right?
Yeah,
So
I think
that's,
that 3,000 contingencies are backup.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and I think that's what we're thinking, that anything that wouldn't fall in a category should actually go into contingency, not
Yeah.
into a miscellaneous line
Yeah.
item. So trying to just get rid of those.
and we haven't paid our PO box rental yet this year,
No,
okay.
I don't know. So the treasurer has her own separate box. Currently, I check her box. Would it make more sense
To do
to
away with-
just do away with her box? I mean, the fire department did that because I was checking the fire department's
Right.
box. I mean, we've got a big box, we've got room in there.
That's really up to the treasurer, right?
You just do a town of graph.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's certain, like, town clerk, tax collector, there's reasons why she has her own, but,
Yeah. Right.
I
I know we threw that question out a
ambulance
few
did not
years ago,
Right.
and fire chief was the only one that did,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know.
The only thing that comes in for the treasurer are the bank statements. That's it.
I found what it is that goes under payroll. What was that? What is that line item called? Payroll expenses. It's the Intuit. That's what used to be in there.
Oh, okay, we put that in software.
Yeah. Yeah, you have that under license software. So yeah, that was,
Yeah.
that's what that used to cover was the Intuit.
Okay.
Yep.
And it just kind of makes more sense too for it to go under software and IT stuff.
One thing we have to go over is our warrant articles.
We go over warrant articles in December time.
There was something in the, under finance administration on the transaction detail that was charged on 7/15 to United States Treasury.
Yes, so, when Kim did the 941, the first 941 that she did, after taking over, she did it based off of notes that were given to her by Dottie. And when she did it that way, we ended up owing.
Like
But by the
payroll
time
taxes
that,
or something?
but by
or-
the time, I don't know what we were under when
Okay.
she did it. I'd have to ask her.
Yeah,
By the time we realized it was too late for the correction to be made,
okay,
she did end up reaching out to Sue, so Sue showed her the right way to do it, so that that won't happen again,
Yeah.
but it was not discovered in time.
okay. Just kind of glaringly obvious as another miscellaneous that didn't exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's the one thing that shouldn't happen in the future.
Trying to get rid of those miscellaneous line items that just don't explain anything.
Well, and it's, you really shouldn't be, and I'm wondering, have you guys gotten the auditor's report yet?
No.
No,
Because I'm really curious to see what they have to say about creating a miscellaneous after the budget's been approved by the budget committee and the legislative body, and all of a sudden, no, we just threw this miscellaneous, and, you know. But, I also wanted to ask security here. It looks like we paid Tasco quite a bit of money this year.
They
And I
really-
know one is like the
So-
annual contract.
So you had the annual contract, $25 anytime a change has to be made.
Yep.
So when someone left,
Yep,
had to
yep.
take them out.
Yep.
When someone came in, I had to add them.
Yeah.
We had a few of those moving people this year. And then there was
$500.
a repair that they had to do. And when Mitchell updated his, not supply closet,
Is evidence room.
Yeah,
evidence
that's
room, they had to move a box, so that was
Oh.
also,
Okay.
in
Alright.
so that's why.
So keep it up. I'll ask all my questions. You won't have to come meet with us in December. How's that? Yeah, there's the budget.
So for these miscellaneous things, I mean, I can move them to contingency if it makes everything cleaner. I mean, it's, you know, it doesn't change the bottom number.
No, it
It
doesn't.
just changes where it's sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just move them to contingency.
All the things in miscellaneous or that weird miscellaneous that no money was actually assigned to. Would that be easier?
Well, under both finance, or is that the only one?
That's the only one.
Finance is the only place where you created a miscellaneous. So yeah.
So let me do, so BOS, I need to move the finance miscellaneous to under contingency. Okay, any other edits I need to make on that one? And then Cindy, you had one that you had questioned if it was in the right spot, that it should be moved. I'm gonna circle back to it.
The one that I said for payroll expenses?
No, it was another budget. Was it?
Oh, in somebody else's budget. Oh, yeah.
Cemetery.
Cemetery trustees, she had, I gotta find that. I think she had in there,
Yeah, the dues.
Oh, the
dues for
dues.
the, New Hampshire Cemetery Trustee Association, which we were never a part of until I wanted to
Okay.
get in there.
Should
Um,
go to, it should go to the GG dues?
Why?
Yeah. Yeah.
The dues.
Yeah,
Why are they selecting?
because I think it's like,
Because they, it's supposed to be, paying for all,
yeah, Town Clerk Association, Road Agent Association,
Oh,
all
dues.
those should be, yeah.
And if we budgeted for them.
It's $20.
Did it?
It's $20 a year.
Yeah, but still, I want to know what I thought.
So raise on dues.
No, I mean, it had been included in there in the past, and I'm
Right.
looking at the number, it looks like you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't drop that number.
No, $20 won't take you over, I think you'll be okay.
So does anyone have any issues with it? I have issues with the whole thing, but there's nothing we can do about it. Right. That's the only problem with our budget, like a lot of it, we can't really play with much.
So you get the numbers from other places.
Yeah, and you don't come in till late. Or the stuff is like health insurance,
You can't do.
we can't lower or anything.
Right,
So this is really just a really rough number.
so,
It's gonna be
on the insurance,
rest of the season.
you were comparing, our current with, another one, where you,
So, there's a couple of pieces of information that, it is, we have Health Trust. The one that I talked to is Health, it's very close to Health Trust. It is it, I don't think it's Interstate Health, it's Health something. Health Institute or Health Source Trust or something. It's very close. Anyway, there's a couple of figures I gotta get to her for her to be able to calculate. So I gotta get that to her and see what she comes back with. But I don't know if that's anything we're gonna share. I don't think it. And I want to wait and see what Health Trust does.
right, but
I
you can still go and
I
get.
have questions for them. They sent some information that kind of seemed like a non-answer. Like they didn't really know what the changes are going to look like next year. I don't know. So I got to talk to them too. like they have better coverage, but what the cost is gonna be, I don't know. She did not, when I met with her, it sounded like the deal we have with Health Trust is, it's a great deal, and it's not something that that most places have kind of done away with as far as the type of coverage we do. Like
The single plan we have is
The
like
single
Cadillac.
plan is, yeah, that is, it's now rare to find a place that'll cover us the way that the single plan covers, and for what we pay, it's really not bad at all.
No.
So I don't think we're gonna get better numbers, but I'm still gonna try to see what she says, just so we know what we're looking at.
And just so you guys know, because Lee just gave you guys all these numbers, so if you guys want to digest them and then make a decision and pass that on to the budget committee yet, our intent is not to look at the selectmen's budget until December 12th.
Okay.
So, you know, if you need to
Revisit some of
revisit
these.
it, you know, or even not even make a decision on it today as a board, because you guys have, you know, Ed and Steve haven't seen the numbers yet.
Okay.
It wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I plugged in lease numbers and.
When is
I guess we
Columbus
can
Day?
kind of
Monday?
Move
Okay.
that as things come
We
in.
gotta move along. The rec department, it's time now.
He's here.
Wait a minute, we already went.
Give him a break when he just digested your budget.
Pretty sure it's Monday, right? Columbus Day's Monday, right?
So when are we meeting? Tuesday? Okay.
Columbus Day is Monday, the 14th. The selectmen meet again on the
15.
15th. The budget committee meets on the 22nd.
Okay.
Are we technically in a town meeting right now?
You're in a selectmen's meeting.
Perfect.
No, but we're talking about budgets, that is what is on the agenda.
Well, we're not talking about anything right now. We gotta think about it, so bring it up.
Yeah, bring it up.
Election in November is on the first Tuesday of the month, so we gonna either move our selectmen's meeting or cancel it that day.
I would move it.
Or unless we're gonna have the meeting at the election.
That sounds like fun.
I'm
Are you
busy that
sure?
day.
No.
They can't have the cameras in there. Sorry, Paul.
You can take minutes, I'm busy that day.
I wouldn't do that on a presidential election, except a primary, maybe you could get away with that, but, yeah.
So yeah, we just, other than move it either the next week or the next day. Probably the next day, because if we do it next week, we
already have this hall
have
reserved.
2 selectmen meetings back to back, week to week.
Or you can just cancel it and do other things at home.
You know, you guys knocked all the budgets out of the park, you know, you might not have that much to do.
You don't know.
We'll see what.
Temporarily have it and then.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Option of changing.
Until it gets closer and see what we're doing. If
Yeah.
ain't nothing big, we'll just cancel it.
When does the select board set the tax rate?
When DRA gets the school board to,
Yeah, it
Well, there.
typically happens in
December, I believe.
October.
I thought it was in October.
So we're just waiting on the schools, is what Jamie said.
Of course, on Raleigh scan.
We've done it in December before.
We got the
Yeah.
state, now we're just waiting on the schools. So very soon.
I was just thinking about how helpful it would be to know what the tax rate is when you're looking at how much you want to slash.
Mm,
Or how nice we can be and just let it go, because, tax rate went down, we're okay with that.
Did it go for that one?
I know. It could.
Good last year,
Yeah.
Because valuation is going up.
because we dropped
I mean,
our,
yeah.
we put a bunch of money to offset it. Dropped our, well, at least our portion of it.
Right, exactly.
Schools did, but
No.
You don't need any of that.
I do though.
Oh, boy.
Have any alcohol?
All right.
No, but I have chai.
Oh,
It's not fair.
There you go.
you said my favorite word. I'm gonna pass because I'll have to pee.
So Catherine, Maureen tells me that you told her your printer isn't working. Okay, so for our budget meeting on the 22nd, I'll print everything out for you as well?
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Do you want it ahead of time?
No,
No, because you can see it on your screen at home, right?
But I might want to come and talk to you anyway about stuff.
Okay. Okay.
And then I won't make
You guys
any
already have a
particular gap.
the dates of the meeting, for the budget meeting, part? Yeah. Can I get a list of those? Yep. Oh, my God.
What, budget meetings, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Beautiful day, it's nice, don't you think?
It is, that's,
Gosh.
I agree.
Take a picture if you want.
Watch out for
You're
that,
missing your assistant.
They are all posted on the website.
Where's your
already,
assistant?
All right.
She's out in the shade,
And I
she's
physically
too wound
posted them at
up
this
today
building
to
today.
be settled.
That's her wound up.
Yeah, that's quite a,
But you're
Thank you.
quite a little obstacle there.
is that the moisture?
Yeah, that's what I understand.
Because it happened at Williams Hill, but once you started getting the heat of winter, it went down. The house on Williams Hill.
Yeah. Maybe it'll go down. One can
What
only.
did, what did Gretchen have done here this year? Vapor barrier? No, that didn't get done yet. So this, so all I've done is what Bob did, right, as far as drainage? And I
Yeah.
thought,
She
wow.
wouldn't do a vapor barrier.
Visitors dip into the goodies.
It's just like.
Did visitors dip into the goodies?
You can.
And the whole floor is sloping up in the sun,
Oh,
right?
oh, oh, yes, I'm your assistant, yes. I'm your assistant, I'm dipping into the goodies.
She brings her dog, she eats our food with that, oh, looks like she lives here or something.
She's got her fingers in like every department in this town now almost.
Why are your library trustees here? This doesn't make any sense.
Say you have your fingers in almost every department in this town now.
Why are your trustees here?
No, I don't, it's not.
I've been studying all the town reports for that presentation, and I was first listed in, I think, 1985, $60 for the highway department. I sanded roads on Christmas Day. Bobby was in Quincy, and they paid me $60.
You probably get paid more than my grandfather did.
Maureen and Catherine probably remember the good old planning board days
Oh, yeah,
with John Thompson and Brian, and
oh, yeah.
oh, let the fun begin.
Frank and Jim.
You're welcome.
Gretchen and Peg. Wow, goes back a long ways, doesn't it? Gretchen, Peg, and Catherine.
No, but it was the kind of the mix. John Thompson, Brian Fellers.
Yeah, they,
It's the
I
mix.
remember some of those days. They were always an interesting meeting.
Is that?
You know.
That's rolling.
Oh, don't worry about it. It may worse than what I say.
Sweetest blueberries.
I want to know who's going to sit down and watch this thing.
It's the first time I actually